They want me to believe that the God that created the entire universe came back for a list of people that's on their little chart and nobody else. Now look, this same God that they waiting to come save us, right? Now I'm finna show y'all, just hear me out for 1 minute. This gonna hit home, bro. I'm finna say some real shit that you need to think about. Listen, the Hebrews are saying Yahweh is gonna come back and destroy the white man, right? And they say he gonna do it with nuclear bombing and all this dumb shit. But they also teach that this same God let the white man rule over the black man because we stopped worshiping Yahweh. We turned away. Now look, they said God gonna come back eventually when he get ready for the white man to stop beating our ass and say the time is up, don't whoop them no more. Them my people, I just wanted you to beat their ass for a little bit. But now you gonna pay. And I'm saying this, y'all. If God put the white man in a position to be his belt to black people, right? Because God can't come from heaven and come on earth. So if God want to punish his people, how he gonna do it? Where he gonna get another people and use them with his power, right? Now look, God can use his power to get a whole group of strangers to punish his people because they ain't doing right. But God can't use his power to just make his people do right. Think about that, y'all. Now watch this, right? The same people that God using to beat his people up because they won't do right, they was doing wrong too. Them people pedophiles and they doing just as worse and everything too. So God using a bunch of evil people to punish his people for being evil. How that makes sense? That's like saying, I'm going to get Jeffrey Dahmer to whoop your ass because you eating people. Now watch this, right? The same God that they saying gonna come back and save black people from white people. They saying that he's gonna come back and beat the fuck out of these white folks, right? But think about it. Why would that God be so mad at white people when he told them to beat black people up because they weren't doing right? Think of how stupid that is. If God said, listen, y'all go over there and hang them niggas and torture them because they ain't listening to me. And those people are now being obedient to God when they oppressing your dumb ass.
Shalom. Shalom, Yesharala. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. Like you. May peace and blessings be unto your households. All right, and it's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch. And it's a quick lesson. We're just going to get into, of course, the video that you seen in the beginning, man. Right? And we're going to get into how it's really it's just no cloak, man. Right? There's no cloak, no excuses. Because, I'm probably going to leave the link to the elders page because he went in on this one about like 50 minutes. I ain't finished with it. I think I'm like maybe 20 minutes in. But in the beginning, what is his name? This dude Sanchez TV. That's his channel. And as I was listening to it, I was like, dang, he basically broke down like, what we go into pretty much. Like, so in other words, he's in the know. He's in the know, but he doesn't accept it. Right? And it made me think about not only people like him, scoffers obviously, but it made me think about cats that that would drop as a camp being like Kwam Yasharala or like Shalom. Now don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with doing that, but if we don't know you and you're doing that, I'm like, okay, so you know the truth, but you're not out here, right? Now, give or take, if you're just busy and you just may say shalom, well, okay, it is what it is. But if you're not out there like you're supposed to, because we're at the time to where it's like the average Smo Joe knows what an Israelite is, or at least heard of it, and that's why it's not gonna be no cloak for your sins, man. Right? You heard of it. The brothers, or whoever you heard it from taught you whatever you needed here, right? And see, you either reject it or you just lukewarm with it, right? That's exactly why it's not gonna be no cloak, because y'all are in the know. Y'all just don't care. Y'all want to do this. This either sounds foolish to y'all, or y'all just don't want to take it serious. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. It says, "But the natural man," right? Someone after the flesh, actually, aka really wicked, because that's all the flesh is, sin. "But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him. Neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned." Right, and this is a perfect example. Right, this dude, like, I won't say he just fully got it down. Obviously, he doesn't. But like, like a lot of stuff he was saying was like, okay, yeah, like we actually go into these things, and like you could tell that he obviously heard what we're saying. He obviously been watching, right? Obviously, because you don't get that off of watching just 1 or 2 videos of us. Or about Israelites or anything. You have to be watching for a little minute to get all that information, right? But guess what? It was foolishness to him because he's a natural man, right? He's not spiritual, right? He's clearly not spiritual. Because if he was, he would get it just like we got it. But since he's not, it's like, why would God use another nation to whoop you? I'm not, I'm not finna, in this lesson, I'm not finna go too far into that. That's why I'm gonna leave the link to the Elder Manatazaba lesson. But the point I was wanted to harp on in this lesson was pretty much it's just no excuses, bro. Because you know, right? Yet you still want to do whatever the fuck you want to do, right? Or you actually understood this truth. You actually accepted it, but you're tarrying. You're fulfilling that Sirach 5 and 7. Tarrying not to turn to the Lord. You're tarrying though. That's the part you are. You're tarrying. In other words, you're still in your folly, but you're a Hebrew Israelites, and you're of the sons of God. Right? But yet you're not moving as one. Swing by the crib. Kwame Yasharala. Skirt off. Take off. Dreadheaded. Kwame Yasharala. I'm like, damn, you heard the truth? Like, why you got dread still? Why you still eating pork, brother? Right? No excuses. All right? And that's what I was really just pretty much meditating on. Cause like, dang, like this dude knows a lot. So it's like, dang, like there's no excuses of why when like all hell breaks loose and when when the Lord comes visit you, guess what, bro? You're gonna know. These 2/3, they're gonna know that, like, yeah, I fucked up. Was it Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 8? For we have counted his life madness. That's what they're doing right now. They counted our life madness, man. And just like hearing this, how in depth he kind of went into it. Like, even though he was going off on some parts, of course, but like a cool amount of the parts he was saying that was like, pretty much exactly what we be teaching. So he heard it, but he rejected it. Matter of fact, before I get this John, I'm gonna get Hosea real fast. Cause man, these people are gonna be destroyed because they lack this knowledge. Because they rejected this knowledge. Dang it. Well, it's close. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. This is Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. It says, "My people are destroyed." It's like it. "For my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I also will reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children." All right, so since you reject the knowledge, as it says, my people destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. That's why you're going to be destroyed. You're going to be destroyed for lacking knowledge because you rejected it. Proverbs chapter 1 verse 20 on down, man. Wisdom cries out, man. How long you simple ones with little simplicity, man? Right? And how's Lord crying out to you through? How's wisdom crying out to you through the prophets down here? They're teaching, right? You listen, and then you be like, but why this? Why that? Can it just, of course, there's a reason for everything, but ultimately, man, it's because the Lord wanted to. Yahweh Shem Shah, he wants to do this, right? He want to use another nation to whoop us. Okay, like now what? What if you don't accept that? Well, it just doesn't even make sense to me. I'm like, well, that's your problem. It doesn't make sense. That sounds like a you problem, man. Because if you don't get it, then you're just gonna be through. What God would well, the great demon like power, Yahweh Bashion Shah, Alashaja, right? He could do whatever the fuck he wants, right? We're just blessed that he's all righteous. So, he's fair. And he's also merciful, man. We're hoping in that mercy. Because he could have been any kind of God he wanted to. He could have been, a God that just, man, like, fuck it, just wicked, or whatever. Yahweh could be however he wants to be, but he chose to be all righteous. Man, and it couldn't, man, that's perfect. He a balance of good and evil, right? But he is all righteous, right? So he's fair. But yeah, continuing on, we're finna get into John. This is John chapter 15, verse 22. It says, if I had not come and spoken unto them, how does he speak unto you? Through the prophets, right? They had not sinned, but now they have no cloak for their sin. So now, just, I'll just point him out. Sanchez TV. You have no cloak for your sins now, because you actually really know. Because you didn't accept it, that doesn't mean you didn't hear the word. Hell, you watch plenty of videos to get all that information. You watch plenty of videos. As well as other people that, I guess you could call them what? Hebrew Israelite cheerleaders. Hebrew Israelite cheerleaders, man. Go on, Yesharala. I mean, it's cool, but it's like, bro, like, is that the only thing you do? Drive by Kwam Yesharala, tribe of Judah. Jake know what I'm talking about. They be on the highways and byways. You have people that'll drive by, they'll just be saying stuff. Now, it's cool at times, don't get me wrong, but like, it's like, what you doing? Like, you should be out here. But it's just like, man, the word is going around the four corners of this earth, and that's why, man, you see the end manifesting. Right? 2025 is going to be a hell of a year, man. Right? Might not start off that way, but damn sure hell's going to end that way. However the Lord sees fit of how it's going to turn out. Really don't even know how it's going to fully start off. It could kick off from the jump. Who knows? Only time will tell, right? But yeah, man, that's all I really had through the spirit. It just ain't going to be no cloak for y'all, bro. That's exactly why your sins is going to be your accuser that day, because you actually know. You just didn't accept it. As well as for the ones that are like, just the Hebrew cheerleaders thinking that's enough to make it. No, you got to put in the work. You heard this truth. Now what? Time to study up. As a man, hey, you should be apt to teach. We understand not everyone's going to be a prophet, but you got to be able to do something to benefit the Lord ministry, right? But anyways, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I'm in it all by saying, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Yesharala.